watching NRATV with Colion Noir.
What's going on, folks, and welcome to another episode of Seeing Live. I'm Colion Noir, and as always, I'm living a pew pew life. And I'm supposed to have joining me live today a dearly and good friend of mine, Eric, but apparently we're dealing with, there he goes. Is there?
I'm here.
Never mind, I lie. Rick Ector is there.
Somebody was just really incessant upon getting through to me.
Man, look,
and
man.
No.
After you have that big time Ebony article, man, you big time now. Everybody wants to talk to Rick, and Rick, who I should have talked to a long time ago, but apparently I'm a horrible friend.
Oh no, better late than never, man. Better late.
No, absolutely.
We're here now together. That's all that matters.
Hey, I'm not mad at it. So, all right, let's talk about this Ebony article. So, how did they go about it? They approach you? Did you approach them? How did that work out?
I didn't approach them. I think I've been putting together my PR campaign for my annual ladies event that I do to expose more and more women to guns. And somehow they got a hold of me, or somehow they heard of me, and I'm in the Ebony article, and I don't, it's a good thing to be in there. Any exposure is.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
It wasn't like I contacted them to be in it, but
they don't like me too much.
Well, I mean, what's not to like?
I don't know, man. I don't know. A lot of people aren't liking me too much right now. No, I think it was Ebony. It might have been, I don't know, it might have been BET. One of them wrote a pretty scathing article about me a long time ago, water under the bridge, but not really.
I tell you what, worry when they're not talking about you.
Fair enough. Absolutely. So, all right, so you do this thing for women. Why did you feel the need that you needed to hyper-focus on women becoming more involved in the shooting or self-defense aspect of carrying a firearm in the training aspect?
Oh, that's easy. When I first started to put together this event, it happened back home in Detroit that a young woman's body was discovered, unfortunately, discarded in the street. And, for a minute, it made me pause and say, okay, what is it that someone could do that could work to the safety of women, to give them something, some type of training or some type of skill? And I said, well, hey, I'm a firearms instructor. I can do a free class, do a free training session, do something, remove all the barriers to entry. I'll take care of the ammo costs. I'll provide a gun. I'll take care of range time. All you have to do is show up. That's it. I just want you to show up. And then, as I was putting the word out in social media, I guess it's not too common for people to just give things free of charge. I'm like, look, I don't want anything. Just show up. And if you find that you like it, and if you find that it's something that is now within the realm of doable for you, then we can talk about a class and maybe getting a concealed pistol license. Right now I'm like, Dr. Seuss, Sam I am, just try it.
He threw green eggs in ham. Yeah, no, absolutely. So what typically tends to be the most women's apprehension when it comes to training with a firearm and just getting more involved with the idea of firearms that you've noticed from your experience?
I just think it's just a lack of pertinent knowledge and information about what's involved, and for a lot of women, there doesn't seem to be a reliable source of information that they can consult.
Gotcha.
You do a lot of, myth busting when you talk about guns and that type of thing. And then when you actually get them in a place, in a range, and you're bringing out a gun and you teach them fundamental firearm safety, and you're going through the mechanics of safely operating the firearm, and then once they get over the thrill and the rush of the actual first discharge, and they're like, hey, I really like this. I enjoy it. This
Yeah.
is fun. Why didn't I do this before? And I'm like, well, gee, I don't know, but you're doing it now. And we're having a great time at it. And, a great deal of them go on to get concealed carry licenses, and many of them go on to buy guns. And really, when you're talking about an environment in which it's dangerous for women, particularly in a lot of our large urban areas,
Yeah.
it gives them another tool. Maybe it's not for everyone, but for those who it does work for, great. Now I've removed a lot of the reasons why women typically don't explore firearm ownership. But when you look at the stats now, nationally telling us now
Yeah.
that women are gravitating towards guns like never before, and there's this great discovery by minority women now, particularly Black women in guns. It's something that I've been personally working toward here in my own personal armament tour in Metro Detroit
Yeah.
to see that happens.
So what do you think is the catalyst for this kind of sudden onslaught of Black women getting involved in shooting?
Well, we know that we have some issues in urban America, and it's not for lack of trying by
Yeah.
certain people to solve those problems, but a lot of our problems are, man, they are complex, and they're not as simple as a lot of people would have you think. But when you look at the problem of personal protection and self-defense, well, that if you really narrow that down to a really manageable problem, how to defend yourself against an unjustified attack or criminal attack or a home invasion, well, there's a couple of solutions that immediately present themselves, and it becomes incumbent upon one becoming familiar with guns, becoming familiar with the local laws in your municipality, and finding a credible resource of information to consult and get it done.
No, absolutely, absolutely. Now, with respect to that, I mean, you're out in Detroit, and you're pretty familiar with the basically the kind of complex issues that result from living in a metropolitan urban environment, and considering the way some of things are in Detroit now. What at this point, I feel like there are a lot of stories as of late coming out of Detroit of people using firearms to protect themselves. Is that something that is specifically unique to? Did I just say New York or I said Detroit, right?
You said
Detroit. All right. I thought I said, for some reason I thought I said New York. I was like, wait, what? My third brain kind of kicked in. I was like, what are you talking about? But do you think that some of the unique circumstances in Detroit are the reason for that, or is it just a complete misnomer altogether? And I'm just imagining this kind of uptick in a number of stories I'm seeing coming from Detroit with people utilizing their firearms to defend themselves.
No, there's a consistent, steady flow of stories that leave Metro Detroit and actually get legs and go regional and national in terms of people here locally using firearms for self-defense and personal protection. I mean, it's a phenomenon, I guess, but we've had shall issue here since what was it 2001, so
Yeah.
we've had for a few years now, and more people have gravitated to shall issue and getting a concealed pistol license. We don't have a lot of the interesting qualifications that existed at one point in time. Now
How's that for euphemism?
yeah. But we have the same uniform requirements in Detroit as we do in every other region of the state. So to get a concealed carry license here in Detroit is the same as in the Upper Peninsula of the state. So it's uniform. It's the same. Uh, I personally think that it shouldn't be as difficult to get. I mean, you look at the laundry list of qualifications to get a concealed carry license. I think it could be relaxed a lot.
Yeah, there you
But,
go. There you go again with them understatements. Yes, but I agree with you.
It's almost like they want you to qualify to be a member of law enforcement.
Pretty much,
just
yeah.
to carry a concealed firearm to protect yourself outside your home.
But we all understand how that's predicated on the notion of making it so hard and so incredibly difficult that it almost discourages people from wanting to even try it. And there's that backhanded way of, like, I call it backhanded gun control. Well, okay, on the surface they'll tell you, yeah, we gave you the right to carry. Well, not gave you, but we'll allow you to conceal carry. Now we shall issue, but then you make it so difficult that I really don't have the ability to do it because I have to go through and jump through all of these hoops in order to do it. And it's unfortunate, but nonetheless, it exists.
It does, and it might discourage some people, man. But I mean, by and large, the people that it does not disqualify immediately, they are grateful for the opportunity to carry a concealed pistol. It's actually within the realm of possibility to open carry here in the state of Michigan, but there's a whole laundry list of things
I'm pretty sure. Absolutely.
Without running afoul of the law, it's just a lot easier to get a concealed pistol license. Now, if you want to get a concealed pistol license and open carry, then okay, then that's great. That's embodying true freedom and having the protection of the concealed pistol license to back it up. But
absolutely. But man, I want to thank you for joining me. Just so you know, you're welcome here anytime. I know it was a long time coming getting you on the show, but no, please, I want you to join us again. Like this is my formal invite for you to come back on the show.
All right, well, good. I look forward to it. My maiden appearance on the Colion show, and hopefully I can give back, man. And it was great being here. Thank you for allowing me the forum. Just want to quickly put out there that
have at it. Go ahead.
Probably still time for you ladies who are interested in learning how to operate a gun for free. Right before I got on the show, there were some slots that were not taken. By all means, go to my Facebook page, Rick Ector, Rick's Firearm Academy of Detroit, and sign up.
Absolutely. Well, you heard the man, so y'all go ahead and get that taken care of and get out there and learn some firearm instruction from the man himself, Rick Ector. But thanks a lot for joining us, man. Absolutely, man. You have a good one. All right. We're gonna talk about how Uncle Sam is encouraging some people to shoot when we come back from this break.